I second guess. I should have stayed.
But that's what I'm saying.
Joe,
Because you know what's on my mind,
Joe,
little
I think-
girl.
I think-
No, don't do that.
I think what Aubrey was trying to come across is that this particular woman gives him butterflies the way he felt when he was a teenager during his teenage love days.
Exactly, Joe.
Oh, he wasn't talking about like when he was sick?
No, he's not talking about a fever he had when he was a teenager.
Okay.
Y'all gonna look back one day and say, oh, it was right there.
10 years
How did it get past us?
Y'all gonna look back and be like, damn it, we were complicit.
Dream Hampton gonna be standing right there. Yo.
All right, we wasn't even supposed to be talking about
At
fucking
all.
Drake. Keeping it real.
Kendrick Lamar. He is crowned the winner by general consensus. By publications that cover music. Everybody talking about Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and I believe it's come to an end. At least on the beef tip. No pun intended. But this is just the beginning for Drake. Drake has a real big problem right now. He has a real big problem that a lot of media outlets are ignoring. And I think they're intentionally ignoring the situation. Now, I understand they can't just come right out and show their disgust for this individual because defamation of character, lawsuits. I get that. But you can't ignore this. You can't ignore these allegations. These are some serious allegations, especially in the post-Me Too era. You know, we're supposed to be so far advanced than the 90s. We're supposed to be so much more progressive than the 90s and early 2000s. But media outlets are misdirecting this conversation. They're undermining the seriousness of these allegations because there's plenty of evidence out there. There's some evidence. There are questionable relationships that Drake has had with underage girls that cannot be ignored. These allegations are not going away, y'all. They're not going away. Not Like Us will get played throughout the summer. It will get played at a lot of functions, a lot of venues. It's a hot ass song. They already played it on TNT during the playoffs. A baseball player walked out to Not Like Us. You know it's gonna be at every black function in the summertime. It's gonna be in Juneteenth. It's gonna be at the cookouts. It's gonna be at the fish fries. It's gonna be at the family reunions. It's gonna be everywhere. Drake, you might wanna stay inside. This is gonna get ugly. This is gonna get very ugly because as we speak, they're digging up more incidents, more underage girls linked to Drake. That's a problem. And I just want y'all to be prepared for the villainization of Kendrick because I feel like that's gonna start coming. I feel like people are gonna start voicing against Kendrick because Drake seems to be an industry darling. It was this weird energy with this beef where it seemed like a lot of people in the industry, some very popular artists, wanted Drake to win. And it seemed as though the people, aside from Drake stans, wanted Kendrick to win. You know, because symbolically, Kendrick represents the people. He represents grassroots. Drake symbolically represents corporations. He represents commercialism, capitalism, not necessarily the people. And I saw people hyping Drake up. It was all good when Drake was talking about Kendrick's wife. But then when Kendrick mentioned alleged children, it became a problem. When Meet the Grams came out, it became a problem. You know, it's funny, 50 Cent 50 had all the smoke for P. Diddy. He put on this whole show about P. Diddy being dangerous, a menace to society, but he's quiet when it comes to Drake. Don't have the same energy, huh, Phil? He wasn't rallying behind Kendrick. He wasn't playing the sidelines in his beef. See, this is bigger than beef. It's bigger than beef. Kendrick Lamar has been held the winner in most circles. Rightfully so. That's a win. That's a huge win for hip hop. But there's something bigger than the bars. There's something bigger than the records. I know a lot of people want to rush and say, okay, it's gotten too far. Let's get back to the music. It cannot get back to the music. It cannot get back to the music. Drake didn't do himself any favors with The Heart Part 6. He made things worse. He has more dislikes than he has likes. This is Drake. Drake, the biggest rap star in the industry for the past decade, has more dislikes than he has likes on this diss record. And then you go, well, why? Why is that? How is that? People are not stupid. They're not stupid when you have lyrics like this Epstein angle was the shit I expected. TikTok videos you collected and dissected. Wait a minute. Whoa, hold on. Drizzy, you expected Kendrick to call you Epstein? Which he didn't. He said Weinstein, but it's in that same pedo collective. What? Why would you expect that? See, Drake, I think he will lay low for a minute. I don't expect to see him on any interviews that are not heavily controlled, because any credible journalist would say, explain these lyrics to me. What do you mean by you expected him to call you a pedo? Why? Why would you expect him to call you a pedo? Oh, because some TikTok videos? Well, what are the TikTok videos saying? See how that's a problem? Or him making fun of a child being molested because he misinterpreted Kendrick's song, Mother I Sober, on his last album, Mr. Morale. Drake literally made fun of a child being molested, which, by the way, Kendrick was not molested. You should go listen to the record if you haven't. It's a very, very deep track. It's a very deep track about adults passing on trauma to their children and how it can affect them, and so much more. I mean, it's dealing with things on a whole nother level that Drake just simply can't comprehend, or Drake is intentionally manipulating the concept of that song. Mariah Carey, Touch My Body. Ooh, that's a joke. He's joking. He's cracking a joke at someone's expense, at someone's trauma. Molestation, a child, not just anybody, a child. And the people are not falling for it. The man said he's too famous to mess with underage girls. He's too famous. If he was doing it, he'll be arrested. But if you were grooming girls and then waiting till they're 18, you wouldn't be arrested. If you were waiting for the age of consent, but you're grooming them since 14, allegedly, you would not be arrested. And he contradicts himself too, by the way, with that, I'm too famous. Well, Epstein was too famous, and he had underage girls for decades before he was finally arrested. Drake has a real problem. This thing is not finished. This thing is not over. I'm just preparing for the villainization of Kendrick because of it, because he opened up a can of worms that I don't think the industry was ready for. I don't think they were prepared for. We've never been in this situation before in any beef. This is new territory. The world was paying attention, and Kendrick, one of the biggest rappers in the industry, called Drake, who is the biggest rapper in the industry, a pedo. And it's gonna be the #1 record by the end of the week. You got problems. You got issues. I'm sorry, Bun B, but you can't have that special Drake burger at Trill Burgers. If you're ever in Houston, go check out Trill Burgers. But if they got that Drake special, you can't. And now I'm not saying they have a Drake special. Shout out to Bun B, shout out to Trillburger, but you might not want to stand next to that right now. All right, that's all I'm saying. So, hey, Drake, you got issues, you got problems. You need help. There's some things going on you have to address. Your father too, he might have to address some things too, because it ain't looking too good.
Wait, they said Drake dad follow you?
We do.
Be honest, what do you think about the Drake allegations?
Yes, speak on it.
Would you let
That's
Drake? Would you let Drake like keep?
That'll be something I can't confess. I mean, not confess, something I can't talk about because that'll be in the court.
The court. Drake.
What?
You're a victim?
No. Of course not.
Wait, so what you said about why you said it'll be in the court?
Because that'll be something
Oh, you can't speak about it right now?
that I can't speak about. Yeah.
We're getting into some spooky hours right now. I suggest y'all look at the link below if y'all want to see a long, in-depth look into Drake's problematic relationships, his very weird relationships with underage girls, allegedly. Really good. Remember, this is only the beginning. Remember, this is only the beginning. All right? Till next time, holla.